Okay, hello and welcome to another video. It's going to be a God 1v1 for the solo lane. It's going to be Chulainn versus King Arthur, which is the quintessential solo lane matchup. When I think of solo lane matchups, I think firstly of Chulainn versus King Arthur. Two warriors, they're both very strong, just going at each other in the solo lane, trying to solo each other, and probably failing because they're too tanky. But let's start with some ability counterplay, or like how different abilities impact them. Really, it's not really counterplay. So keep in mind King Arthur's hamstring, which is his little slice. His orange one, if you will, it applies a cripple, so you can't use your leap or your dash as Chulainn. Obviously this isn't like that impactful, but it can be annoying if you're trying to run away, or if you're trying to do like a root push combo into your tower or something. But it's not like super impactful. And another one that's not super impactful is his orange 3, which is his Beyblade. He's knockup immune, so you can't use Spear of Mortal Pain on him, unfortunately. Obviously King Arthur doesn't really heal, so the ability, like the anti-heal on Chulainn's 1 is not really the thing that needs to be worried about. And keep in mind that he does have autos that when he uses them he will move, and two out of two-thirds of his abilities are non-rootable. Only two which are rootable, thank you, are his ones. In the early game, they can match each other's early pressure. You know, Chulainn's got his rage form. Arthur has 70 million abilities. But honestly, King Arthur before level 5 will be stronger because, well, be a bit stronger, but only like by a little bit, because of just more consistently having abilities off cooldown and just having more in general. He has a higher boxing potential before level 5. You know, he has 6 abilities and Chulainn has 5, but one of them's not really his 2's not really a thing before level 5. I mean, this is a rage form, but it's not like super impactful, and they're on such long cooldowns, his 1 and his 3, that it's a lot different to King Arthur, because when you've used one rotation, typically they'll be off cooldown. And if King Arthur dies at this point, it's not actually too big a deal, you know, because his passive is not really a factor. You know, he's not too worried about his passive at this point in the game. And same with Chulainn, you know, his passive is rage form, and losing rage at this point in the game is not hard. Both of them can just walk into the jungle, do that back at close to back camp, and get all the rage and stacks that they need. And early game's trainers can just go either way. It really just depends on who plays it better. But King Arthur should come out on top. This kind of changes a little bit right now because of Wrangler's Mask giving Chulainn so much power early game, and King Arthur can't really go Wrangler's Mask because he kind of needs Blood Zone. So yeah. And mid game, Chulainn's going to be way more dominant. You know, he's going to easily gain his rage. If he dies, he can get it back super easily, and his build will start making him really tanky, even though he's still going to do a load of damage. You know, you're going to get your Mystical Mail, you're going to get your Sundering Axe if you're going that route, you're going to get your Talisman of Energy, Shoguns, whatever you want. If you want a Berserker Shield, because I know people are doing that sometimes, you know, he's gonna hurt, and he's going to be really hard to gank. So you're not even going to have a jungler come and help you really, because you kind of want to leave the solo lane alone now for this mid-game portion, because they're going to be so strong. And King Arthur, unlike Chulainn, is going to struggle to regain stacks on his passive. It takes so long to kill jungle camps and struggles with it that he's going to find it hard to use that to stack his passive, and he's going to struggle to do it in a wave or boxing Chulainn. So he's gonna be, you really can't die at this point in the game, otherwise you're going to be really struggling. But he will still, however, have some kill potential, especially if he doesn't die. But Chulainn will be the stronger of the two. And both are really strong at the late game. You know, they're both exceptional backline divers, gonna create a load of space and kill an ADC if left unattended. You know, they're both super tanky, both super high damage, and the kill potential for the enemy ADC is super high, especially if you're buying Thorns, or like a Horrific or something like that. And they're quite equal at this point. If the game has been equal, however, Chulainn is likely to be ahead at this point because of the mid game, and he's going to be ahead in like items, XP, gold, potions. So he's going to survive for longer. He's going to have a higher chance to kill the enemy ADC. And he's going to buy his team more time to do the objectives. So what I'm saying is, by the end of the game, Chulainn should have won his team. Like, this is an ideal world. Should have won his team. The game. Like compared to the King Arthur. However, King Arthur is nowhere near a bad pickup. Like, this is only very fine margins. You know, it's not like a super big leap. But when you're talking about two of the best solo laners, that's what's gonna be the difference. It's just small margins. Anyway, I hope you found this video useful, and I hope to see you in the next one of these I do. Leave a comment seeing which god you think I should do next. It'll be Chulainn versus someone else. And I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.